Well, I have a few younger friends. It's good to have you here, and a bunch of you out there. So anyway, it's about memories today. And so I walk in, and of course, Flat Jesus, as usual, is here. And he says, does anybody here remember the very first Sunday that Fred and his family tried to come to church? Well, that was like 46 and a half years ago. So nobody remembers. So Flat Jesus says, let me tell you the story. Fred, who takes many shapes and sizes, when he came for the first time, was a styrofoam cup. And they were just far from perfect. Some of them were upside down, some of them were kind of cracked, some of them weren't. And they also had they had some crazy friends. Look at these goofs. And so when they came into town, they found this really nice looking big church. And so they came knocking on the door. And they said, well, who are you? And they said, well, I'm Fred. This is my family. I got a couple buddies here, and we're just looking for a place to worship. And they said, well, are you Lutheran? And they go, I don't know. I don't think so. What are we? And have you gone to Sunday school before? And they said, that's what we're trying to find. Well, do you have any papers about whether you were baptized and stuff? And they said, none of that stuff. And turned out that this big church put them through all kinds of hoops, see if they could join. In fact, a couple of their friends said, hey, that really stinks if they won't open the door for you. Well, they just gave up. They kept walking. And they found this little teeny-weeny church on LaGrange Road. They said, yes. I said, well, we're looking for a church. What do you have to do to get in? And they said, well, why don't you try opening the door? Well, that's pretty easy. And do you have to be Lutheran? And they said, well, not really. Being Lutheran is highly overrated. And so they said, well, they said, well, our minister is kind of a dinosaur, but he's all right. And we're just full of all kinds of love. So why don't you just come in? So they came in. And they loved it. And they stayed. Because they didn't have to be perfect. They just had to be who they were. So I was just thinking, 1, 2. Why don't you guys come up first? All right. So I have a couple of really good smelling skunks. And I got a couple of trolls. So why don't you take one? Just take whatever you want. Next time. All right. Okay. What would you like? Want a skunk? Oh, by the way, yeah, take one. You can have one of these too. Take one of those. Take one. All right. All right, so we're down to 1 skunk and 2 trolls. All right. Now come over here. You want this one? Okay. And you can take one. Oh, you each get one of these. How about that? It's a bonus day, isn't it? All right. Thank you very much. And now it's always an honor when Zach sings, and he's going to sing a song in honor and in memory of his good friend's dad, Jim, who passed away suddenly last Sunday. Thank you, Zach.